These are crazy tight. So we're gonna have to put a bar on this 21. It's a loose 8 man on that.
Yeah.
Do you reckon them just rotten? There's the what's link, it's just this centre section we're gonna change.
It's a 19 on the front.
Yeah. I mean we can go and get the for dagger gun.
Yeah, it's definitely
A 21.
Yeah.
It's a 20, is it?
Have we got one?
I don't know, I'm going to have a look. But we're going to take this bolt out, this one, and this one. We're going to take this centre section out, and then we're going to replace this. The ends of the arms should be okay. It's just this centre one that seems to be gone, so we're going to do that. So in order to loosen this, we've got that length bar on a 21 spanner, and it is starting to move. Still stiff. You can't get a socket behind it.
We've got a 20 socket, but we can't get it on.
It's because of this stupid
I know.
balancer thing. I'm pointing it with my phone now.
Decor
It's starting to move. Just put a spanner on it, Dad, it'll be alright. You want another bar?
No.
I'll get this off then, we'll come back. So I ended up using 2 big bars to get it to go in the end. But it's coming now. We have... Yeah. Yeah, I've got a 19mm ratchet. But we choose not to use. So we'll get this one out and then we'll do the top one with a 21 and a 20. Is that 20 or 19? 19. 21 and a 19, and then we'll do that centre one, which is a really long one, goes through to the other side of the diff, and there's a nut on the other side of it.
Yeah.
But with the axle down, the door's just gone. So to get the top one out, we've put the 21mm spanner and rested it against there, and then we've got the 19 on a big bar, and we're releasing that with a big bar on it.
We might be able to get the ratchet.
Yeah, we can probably get the ratchet on it and start undoing it with a ratchet. Pointing jobs. So we'll get the ratchet on that and see if we can get that one going. That long bar gives you a lot more leverage than you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you see in there, we had a big breaker bar, so we had that long breaker bar on it. Not as long as my breaker bar, that seems to have gone missing. But, and then we've got that big pipe on it as well. And then we'll undo that. And then we'll go for the big one in the middle. Go on.
Stick on there.
Yes. I've got a tendency. No, we get it off. I've got a tendency to film things that way. Are you doing like the floor? Where did you put that other one of them?
Yeah.
Right, now we've got to go for the big centre one, which is there, and there's a nut on this side here, which is connected to this wire. There's 2 nuts on this side, so you've got this nut which is on this washer that goes to this harmonic balancer here on this wire, and then there's a nut behind that as well. So I'll make sure that you remove both of them. But these are big. That's a 21 and it's nowhere near. These have got to be 24s, I reckon, Dad. But we can get a socket on the back of this. Yeah. And a socket on the other side as well.
24.
So we'll find the spanners and we'll get them on. Right, so this is a 24 that holds this onto the harmonic balancer here. So you've got to take that one off first, and then there's one behind that, and then we should be able to get this centre out of the Watts link. And we bought a reconditioned centre. The whole thing is pretty expensive now, like 500 quid, and we're about that. So we'll get this off, and then we'll do the one behind it. So you get that off, and then you've got that wire there, look. That's all that's holding on. Just in case your harmonic balancer falls off. It don't bounce down the road. We've either got to have a deep socket here, Dad, or we've got to have a spanner.
Right.
So we're trying to get this one off the back of here. Hang on, you're tightening that, are you?
No?
No, you're listening. I'm just checking. It is moving now, and it don't look like this is moving at the moment, so it's obviously easier to get a nut off than it is to try and get the bolt undone from the nut. And it ain't moving on this side. So it's a 24mm.
That's it.
That's it, it's starting to come loose now.
Yeah. Is it not moving?
No, it's not moving.
It's not moving. I can put that on the ratchet now.
Got this extendable ratchet. Where do you get that from? Aldi or something? Little extendable ratchet. Comes in handy.
If you can get it right there.
So we're getting that off the back of there anyway. And then what that'll do is allow us to pull this nut, this bolt out of here, and then we can get this centrepiece out.
You mentioned there we've lifted it so we can get that bolt out.
Yeah, you've got to lift it on the chassis, and then the axle will drop down and you can get this out without cutting it. Last time we lifted it on the axle and we was getting this butting up against the tank and we were struggling to get it out, we had to cut it off. So if you lift it at the chassis, you should be able to get this out. And when you get the centrepiece out, this centre bolt out, we should just be able to drop this out. But that's on quite a piece of thread out, that end.
Yeah.
So it'll take a while to get that out. So once that's got out, we'll tap it. There we go, so that's off. So now we should be able to, I don't know whether it'll come out, so you're probably going to have to get a tap. You want to put the nut back on the end of it and hit it, or you're just going to hit it? There we go. Is anything going to drop when this comes out, is the question.
Them 2 bars, probably.
Well, them are still connected. You're going to have to pull that with something, you know.
No.
Well, we're going to have to get a punch them through.
Punching type job. Also, when I'm looking up here, there's some in the eyes. I could go no deeper with that.
I feel like the axle will drop a little bit once this is out. I don't know, you just feel stiff in there, you know what I mean? Like it's supporting something. I need a longer square bar.
It's dark up here. It's dark up here, mister. Yes. Is it holding? Well, no.
It's holding the whole axle.
Oh, maybe.
But you might find it'll drop a little bit.
Are you sure?
Hey!
Oh, it's jammed up there.
So that's out. So now we can pop this one out. Da-da. And we can pop this one out. Yeah. And now, there you go. And that's what we think. It's these ones. It's the ones on the end. Look how
Yeah.
they move.
They always reckon that they're the ones that.
It's these end ones.
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel that centre one, Dad, you core shift that.
I mean that one's really
Yeah, that's tight.
Tight, that one
You can
is.
see up here, when you wobble these ones, they're nice and tight. There's no movement in them. The end ones on there, more over the shop. Middle one down shift.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is that these are so expensive. These just to push back into there, it's a nightmare. So I'm gonna go and fetch one of them anyway. We're gonna chuck it in there, and then that's that sorted.